челы, быстрей, блядь. Новый кусок ивента. Боже, я умираю. Мне уже плохо. Совершите необходимые задания. Все, мне уже плохо, у меня припадки.
Ad Astra at Ad Astra.
To our success. Real tigerfish. Get it while it's hot. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Я умираю. Это придется сейчас люка убирать. Ну, хребет.
Master.
Раздражают эти знаки. Все. Меня сейчас разнесет. Блять, делюка поставить.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Traveler, Paimon. Your faces say that perhaps you haven't turned up anything?
it all over the mountain, actually.
This is not unexpected. I haven't made much progress either. He appears to know that we are looking for him, and has opted to lie low for the time being. Still, there is one thing I found. I discovered footprints on some parts of the mountain, and although they were a little covered by the snow, I could tell they'd been left by someone of a similar size to myself. The footprints were quite numerous, so I believe my next step will be to rule out each of the adventurers active on Dragonspine. What?
We can help with that. We have plenty of contact with the adventurers. So now we... Ah! What was that?
It came from that direction.
Could it be the imposter? Yes, let... Rocks? And what are these boys also doing here? Hey, did you see that? Did those rocks shake just now?
That was most unfortunate.
What are you guys doing here?
I have to agree. We've been wandering this area for days.
We ran into Pallet earlier. You know, the, kind of a reckless sort of guy. You know the one? Anyway, he said he was unlucky, so I gave him some adventuring survival tips.
After that, he disappeared to rejoin the training camp.
Wait. Are you saying that after all this time you still haven't made it back to the base camp?
It was nothing really. We just hit a few landslides and snowdrifts and took a few downhill tumbles.
They sound like unforgettable life events to me.
Anyway, you're correct. We haven't made it to the base camp yet. We have had extraordinarily poor luck over the last few days. Almost as if a sinister force has been trying to thwart our every move. Fortunately, I made advance arrangements for Gerald to remain in a safe location and conduct some basic physical training exercises.
I'm sorry. I'm the one to blame for all. Sorry to create so much extra trouble for everyone. I don't know what to say. Maybe this is the awesome power of fate.
I agree.
Yep, we're just used to it now.
Really? I think you guys have way better luck than I do.
Well, what can we do about that?
You're welcome to a bit of mine too. Although if the last few days are anything to go by, it seems that
You guys.
Блять. Family moment.
Aw, thanks. With a little luck from everyone combined, we'll make it down this mountain for sure.
yeah, you bet.
Let me flip a treasure hoarder insignia to test it out.
So you can predict your fortune this way?
It has two sides, so there's a 50-50 chance of me getting it correct. Luck all comes down to probability, too. So as long as I use up all the bad luck, everything else will go smoothly. Guessing wrong when I flip an insignia is one way to use up some of the bad luck. So the probability of having some good luck in the near future just got a little higher.
Hey, he's making no sense at all. Why aren't you calling him out?
Guys, I guessed wrong in my insignia flip, which means we should be able to make it back to camp. Let me try. It's this way, right? Oh, my butt. What is this shard of ice doing here?
How truly miraculous. This is a miracle of misfortune.
I don't usually believe in luck, but Bennett makes the best case for it I've ever seen. Amber, if you are ever required to partner with Bennett in your future work and you encounter anything like this again, do not take any rash action. Wait for me and I will come to support you.
Huh? Yes, of course. Now that you mention it, I do feel a little tired. Trekking in the mountains has a way of wearing you out.
Well, since everyone is tired, why not take a rest in my camp?
I'm so sleepy.
Amber will fall asleep in the snow if we keep going much longer. Come on, let's move. We shall head to Albedo's camp and get some rest.
Here we are. Make yourselves comfortable. Oh, I forgot I don't have that many chairs. Please wait a moment.
What's he doing?
He is.
He's painting a chair. Wait, alchemy can turn paintings into objects? How is this possible?
My paintings are like blueprints. Alchemy simply enables me to omit the manufacturing part of the process. It's an elementary level technique. With enough research and experimentation, this same technique can even be used to create living beings.
Whoa. Well, since you can magically produce chairs, can I have one with a backrest?
Неплохо.
No problem. How many of you want backrests?
Me!
Me!
I'll also take one with a backrest if...
Can Paimon have a chair that comes with a juicer? Still beats squeezing onto a stool with you.
Так, все.
Cool, we have chairs now!
You're very welcome to stay overnight if you wish. There's still some time before dinner. Get some rest, everyone. I'll tend the stove.
Hey now, we can't be letting you do all the work.
I wonder if there's anything I could do to help out. Oh, you mean Gerald? I heard that Eula developed a whole training program for him. He might be new, but I bet he'll improve pretty quickly. I feel bad. Being a little unlucky is usually no big deal for me. But in a place like this... No, wait, I shouldn't have said that. You know me. But as long as bad luck doesn't break me, I'll always get back up again. Especially on a cool adventure like this one. I gotta make the most of it. I didn't used to know any of these knights very well. They're all so talented and kind. Oh yeah, you gotta tell me sometime how you managed to make friends with so many talented people. Okay, cool. Make sure you eat plenty when dinner's ready.
Ура, неточности.
This is quite cozy for... I gave it a try, and I actually quite enjoyed it. But Amber said the snowman I made was too artistic. I couldn't tell if she was complimenting me or mocking me. Either way, I'm not about to let it go. I'm quite familiar with Dragonspine, but this time, I have a newcomer to worry about. And I'm traveling in a group with Amber and the others. Still, I've taken the job, so of course I'll do what's asked of me to the fullest of my ability. Me? I'm coping perfectly well. You should talk to Amber and Bennett. Seeing how much you can find to talk about even with Albedo, you must be quite the conversationalist. If you're talking about Bennett's situation, I think I'm used to it now. Don't ruminate on it. Take this chance to get some proper rest. A glass of ice-cold wine would not go amiss right now. Don't mind me. Just do whatever you like.
It's so nice and warm here. Joel's been doing pretty good. I'll tell you what, though. He seems to have even more stamina than me. So long as they're playing, kids always seem to have endless amounts of energy. It's more dangerous up here than I thought. In a hostile environment like this, even a Knight of Favonius has to keep their eyes open. Still, this has been a pretty unique adventure for me. You know, when I was keeping Joel company, I started missing my grandfather after he disappeared. But at least what I can do is focus on being a great outrider. If I can do that well, I know he'd be proud. Oh, all that? Eula is a good person. She might not show it, but she'd never let that kind of stuff get to her. As for Bennett, he seems like the kind of guy who can keep his spirits up when things aren't going well. I feel bad having to ask so much of Albedo, though. Still, it's kind of nice to have everyone together like this. So, sure thing. Bet your time.
Oh, pace yourself. Dinner could be a while. I hadn't expected you to be so interested in paint. I once tried grinding mist flowers into powder and mixing it with white paint to replicate the sparkle of snowflakes. The end result was quite satisfactory, but works that use this kind of paint need to be stored carefully. If you want to try it for yourself, I can help you. Even now, I don't believe I have fully grasped the nature of the threat that Dragonspine poses, but I will endeavor to keep you safe. That much you can trust in. I wish I could simply respond with, I'm fine. But you are a true friend to me. So I should be honest with you. Recently, certain questions have been occupying my mind. However, I feel that rushing into a discussion with you on these topics before my ideas on them are fully formulated will bring you far more confusion than clarity. So I will wait till my thoughts are clear in my own head before I share them with you. Oh, don't worry about it. A chance like this to gather around the fire and chat into the night is rare, and I won't participate in the conversation much. It's just a habit of mine. But please know that I am enjoying the atmosphere all the same. Of course, I'm happy to continue chatting with you if you'd like. This is my camp, but let's not get bogged down in technicalities. I want you to be able to relax and make yourself at home here. Oh, pace yourself. It's almost ready now. Traveler, please light the campfire and gather everyone for dinner. I made a few dishes based on some popular Mondstadt recipes. This is no good hunter, but there should be enough to go around. Please, help yourselves.
Wow, smells great. Don't mind if I—
Wait, don't steal all the fried vegetables. Leave some for me.
Ah, Paimon's full.
Albedo, you're too modest. These dishes are as good as anything you'd find in a top restaurant.
Right? Paimon thinks so too. It's his lab manner that gives it away.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
so sleepy after all that food.
Did Bennett fall asleep sitting up? He must be totally wiped out.
The way he's sleeping is so alert.
He seems to be in a deep sleep.
Ugh. Oh, no, Dad, no apples for me. I want sticky honey roast and fisherman's toast.
Sticky honey roast. That's your favorite, isn't it, Amber?
Sure is. Give me a sticky honey roast from Good Hunter any day. I used to take Eula to Good Hunter a lot back when we first met. Before long, Sarah would start cooking our usual orders as soon as she saw us coming. She said we ordered the same thing so often that it was practically muscle memory by that point. She also said that if everyone in Mondstadt ordered like we do, her job would be so much easier.
Always eating together. The Traveler and Paimon always eat together too.
Two people simply sharing a meal says nothing either way about the relationship between them.
That depends if it's a one-off meal or a regular occurrence.
Aha! Paimon just noticed something. Whenever Eula doesn't want to admit to something, she...
Ah, you've all picked up on that.
We are done here, yes? I am free to go, am I not? Then please excuse me.
You're going for an ice bath at this time of night? Wait up!
I thought you wanted to get some sleep.
No, I should come with you.
An ice bath?
Oh, hey, Dad. I'm doing all right.
Wow. Bennett really is a sleep talker. Okay, looks like we got some downtime.
All right, you two. Time to paint. Have you decided what to paint?
Смерть Луны.
Like you even need to ask.
Sure. But we should move elsewhere. We're likely to disturb Bennett's sleep if we stay here, so let's go outside.
Okie dokie.
Let's paint here.
Allow Paimon to adopt an elegant pose for your artistic reference. Hey, what's that look for? Cut the attitude and start.
Confidence is a good thing. Those to whom it is endowed do well to flaunt it. I'm looking forward to the finished piece.
is not going to turn out so great. Now Paimon's getting nervous. Let me see. Let Paimon see. What is this? How could... Paimon is lost for words. The brushwork is smooth, and the composition seems
Smooth, professional quality.
Я умираю.
And those eyes! Those boring, lifeless eyes! Where's the soul?
Traveler, have you previously received any education in the fine arts?
Oh, really? So it's just a hobby then?
Fascinating, Paimon. If this is not to your liking, I can make a few amendments.
Он мне в душу смотрит.
Alright then. Paimon, is this better?
Чуть-чуть подкорректировал. Капельку. Ну совсем, ну просто там стрижок подмазал. Боже, Зая.
It's a total ground up.
Adding flourish to the finished piece is an essential component of what makes art... art. This is not to say that you differ from the painting on a fundamental level, rather that the real you and the you in the painting present two different styles of beauty. You remain the core reference point for the painting. So, Paimon, you can put your misgivings aside and hang this painting wherever you like.
Wow.
Oh, I merely added a flourish here and there. You should be thanking the traveler. In truth, ground-up overhaul is more or less an...
The more Paimon looks at it, the more she likes. Paimon's gonna show this off to everyone!
It's nothing. I can paint you next time, if you'd like. You can hang it in your home as a souvenir. I rarely entertain so many guests at my camp. It's lively. A little noisy, even. But I don't dislike it. Liveliness is a rare thing here on Drac.
Ah, it's a new day! Let's go meet up with everyone.
Hey, good morning!
I slept great last night.
I'm fine, as usual.
The path down the mountain is easier to follow in the daylight. Let's take this chance to head down to the base camp.
Let's go! If we make good time, maybe we can all get lunch together.
I flipped another insignia just outside the camp. Wrong again.
So your bad luck is all used up. We'll be down the mountain in no time.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Today's the day.
Oh no! Avalanche!
Look out!
Traveler, Paimon, are you all right?
Paimon's fine.
Oh, that's good. My arm got a little scratched up, but it's nothing serious.
I'm okay, but I don't see the other two. I'm afraid the avalanche may have pushed them off the cliff.
They fell down? they'll be okay though, right?
I think they're both robust enough to survive the fall. We have to get down there and rescue them.
Okay, let's move.
Hang in there, guys.
Hang in there, guys. Да.
Bennett, are you okay? Shout if you can hear me.
A voice.
Bennett, is that you?
Guys, I'm over here.
Are you alright? Are you hurt?
I'm a little dizzy, but...
Thank goodness. Scared the life out of me.
If you're dizzy, sit and rest for a while.
It's fine, really. This kind of thing happens all the time. Wait, where's Albedo? Isn't he with you guys?
We thought he fell off the cliff with you. He still hasn't shown up?
We found Bennett here, so Albedo can't be far away.
Got it.
Albedo! No response. Are we definitely looking in the right place? He's not here either. Let's check with the others.
Well, any sign of him?
Not a trace.
Nothing from me either.
Strange.
Everyone!
Это не он. Отметки нет на шее. Импостер, нет, 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 пожалуйста, господи, только не сейчас. Зараза. Нет, ну, я так и знала, что сейчас он появится. Я не хочу, я не хочу, я не хочу, я не хочу. Это не он, это не он, это не он.
Nothing serious.
Okay, everyone accounted for.
Guys, I think it's gotta be because of me. I guess flipping a treasure hoarder insignia isn't gonna change my luck after. I'm so sorry.
А куда он дел моего настоящего Альбеда? Зараза! Боже! Все.
Don't say that. I'm hardly the lucky type myself.
Exactly. Besides, Dragonspine is a dangerous place. Avalanches literally come with the territory. Bad luck has nothing to do with it, okay?
Я только что подумала о том, что этот двойник мог сделать для того, чтобы разделить нас.
Traveler, what's wrong?
Your face looks... Oh no, did you get hit on the head? Here.
Everyone, the incident is behind us now.
Why do I feel that Dragonspine has become more dangerous than it used to be? Our top priority now is to get off the mountain and regroup with the adventurers. Whatever further dangers this mountain has to throw at us,
Agreed. Guys, keep your eyes peeled and watch your step. Careful does it. We've been heading in the right direction for a good length of time now. We must be getting close.
Victory is in sight! As soon as we get to base camp, Paimon wants a boat.
I hope we can all get there safely. No more incidents, please.
Hey, what's on your mind? You seem a little something's up, isn't it? Are you hungry?
I don't think I've spent so much time on Dragonspine before. Eula?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I was just thinking. Whenever I've met up with you at Dragonspine in the past, we always stick to the same few spots. It's much more vast and beautiful here than I realized. If it were a little warmer and a little safer...
I agree. People are put off by the cold and have albedo. Is this the way down?
Сейчас он нам устроит the way down.
Yes.
Да блин, ну... Не могу, сас.
I think there are several routes in this area. Does the path fork off here? It looks like it does. But maybe it doesn't. My head's still a little fuzzy from the impact.
I'm kinda dizzy too. I keep thinking things are swaying a little. Maybe I'm just hungry.
Either path will work for us. The smaller trail is less worn and harder to see, but it's also shorter. Since everyone is weary, I suggest we take the shortcut. Follow me.
Нет.
Wait. Bennett and Amber don't look well.
Ugh. Now that you mention it.
Huh?
You hit your head earlier, didn't you?
Oh, you noticed.
No problem at all! Health and safety always come first!
Okay, sorry for this.
Yeah. Drinking some water can help with the dizziness. Oh, and
Thank you, Bennett. Seems like you really know your stuff.
well,
Bennett, weren't you feeling dizzy too? Stop.
Eula might come off as a little frosty, but she takes caring for her friends super seriously, more than anyone else I know. Every time I see that look on her face, I'm just like, ah, stop staring at me.
Traveler, I know what that look means. What's on your mind? Maybe seasoned veterans have an instinct for it. I sense it too. Something seems to have changed, but I can't confirm for sure.
Я не могу. Куда он дел настоящего Альведа? Мне плохо. Я даже думать об этом не хочу.
It might be imprudent to speculate out loud.
Сейчас получишь. Вот сейчас вот ты получишь. Сейчас вот ты получишь. Хи-хи. Хи-хи. Топ-10 аниме смертей.
Traveler, I think... You...
Albedo, what's...
It's not over yet. Brace yourselves. This'll be a challenge.
Stay back! I'm going to cut this weed down to size!
Burst forth! Yeah, ha. My calculations were off. Ah!
No time to lose.
Time to reassess.
It's nothing.
Don't waste my time.
Burn! Here!
My calculation.
Submit!
Feel this ancient power.
Live! Shouldn't let your guard down. Bring it on.
What in the world was that thing?
Is everyone all right?
We're fine. But can you please tell us what's going on?
I take it this monster is whom I had the pleasure of meeting last time.
Correct. As you might have guessed, this is a mutated whopper flower.
But can Whopper
Not typically. But conditions on Dragonspine are far from typical. Perhaps the dragon's blood seeped into the land, then was passed to the monsters via the ley lines.
How could that happen?
This mountain is home to the remains of Durin, the venomous dragon. If there is anywhere in the world one might expect life to do unfathomable things, it would most likely be here. Durin was an artificially created life form. In other words, this mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries. A vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
The avalanche. It must have been the work of this imposter.
Agreed. All the other troubles you faced on the way down could also have been its handiwork. My guess is that it was targeting everyone that I've had contact with.
Right, I forgot all.
It's not
But what was its purpose? What?
I have a preliminary hypothesis on this. Whopper flowers are masters of mimicry. In other words, the whopper flower likely has an instinct to replicate and replace. As a plant, it will disguise itself as another plant and infiltrate the group, hiding among them for cover. But when it disguises itself as a human...
It wanted to replace you and...
Yes. Maybe it created the avalanche to get rid of us. I predicted this eventuality, so I availed myself of the avalanche to hide. It was watching us the whole time. And when it saw that I had disappeared, its instinct was to take my place. At that point, its disguise was complete, and its next move was to hunt its prey.
Yes, that's exactly how whopper flowers operate.
So when it approached and attacked Joel...
Perhaps. Or maybe it enjoyed posing as a human.
We're fortunate to have discovered it in time. I think the Traveler was the first person other than Albedo to notice something was wrong.
Traveler, how could you tell the real me and my imposter apart?
I want to know too. I had no idea the other guy was an imposter.
Да, господи, да, она тоже заметила.
I see. It goes to show how difficult it is to impersonate a human. This mutant whopper flower tried its best to replicate the original exactly, but still managed to miss some details.
Unbelievable. To think that Dragonspine creates such terrifying possibilities.
Anyway, at least we won in the end. It looks like my method did work after all.
About that, if you're referring to having fallen down the mountain and avoided injury...
Huh? Well, that still counts as good luck to me.
Yes, that's not an unreasonable way of looking at it. Okay. We've been delayed long enough. Time to move on.
Yeah, let's go!
Woohoo! I'm back!
Cyrus doesn't seem to be here. He must have headed up the mountain.
Amber.
Yep, all good now. Nothing to worry about.
I don't know what I'd do without you guys. If not for you, I'd probably still be locked up in that cage. I really want to thank you all properly, but
Huh? You must be pretty used to being on the receiving end of people's kindness by now, though, sure?
Come on, don't put it... Sure, plenty of people have shown me kindness before, but that doesn't mean I will ever take it for granted. No matter how many times people help me out in life, I will never forget any of them.
Well, instead of repaying those who helped you, perhaps you could help others yourself. Everyone meets others in need from time to time. By choosing to be there for them, you're passing the kindness you received onto others.
Yup, you're right. That's what I've always tried to do, and will always continue to do. Right. And when Cyrus gets back, I'll find some way to help him out too.
This has been quite an eventful day.
Yeah, it has. It's really hit me how tired I am now.
I need to rest.
Yeah, I need to get some water and maybe a piece of fruit.
Well, it looks like the curse of the mountaineers who couldn't get off the mountain is finally... Feels like an action-packed chapter has come to a close.
Why not? Then please, come with me. You sensed something too, didn't you? Then let's go.
Huh? Are you going back to your camp again? Paimon?
Good. Shall we set off right away? Sorry for bringing you back here once again. Some topics are best discussed in private.
Is this about the imposter?
That's right. I have to say, Traveler, I'm very surprised you noticed the difference between me and the imposter. Yes, this mark. Perhaps it's where it all began.
Ooh, sounds like the begin...
Well, I can't deny that what I'm about to say does sound like something from a children's storybook. So, what do you think this diamond-shaped mark means?
A tattoo? A crest?
No. Consider it a birthmark. Have you ever seen an intricate glass ornament and wondered how it was made? Well, one method for crafting with glass is a technique known as glass blowing. Glass blowing is not a widely known art in Teyvat. For this reason, glassware made in this way is usually very expensive. As the name implies, glass blowing involves blowing air into a hole, much like blowing up a balloon. This type of glassware is known for having a pontal mark at the point where the blowpipe was inserted, where the hole was sealed at the very end.
Sounds kind of amazing.
It is a wondrous and beautiful art form. Alice says that these marks are seen as proof of the maker's fine handiwork, the only flaw in an otherwise perfect work of art. My mark is something similar to that. The difference between synthetic and natural life lies in the directional flow of the life force. The energy of a natural life form flows out from within. That's why flower buds bloom and curled leaves unfold. And it's the very reason we watch and wonder at blossoming flowers. Creating life artificially, on the other hand, involves, to a certain extent, the introduction of an external source of energy into the embryonic life form. When the hole where the life force was infused is sealed at the end, it leaves a mark not dissimilar to the pontal mark in blown glasswares. The alchemical substance drips and spreads out in all directions, resulting in this rather ingenious diamond shape.
Wow, so that's where it came from.
This mark is a sign of my artificial origins, and proof of my imperfection as a human. I presume that the imposter intentionally avoided replicating this mark, so as not to become less than perfect himself. You are fundamentally different from other people. I have few qualms about sharing my secrets with you. Just as Paimon said, it all sounds like a story. The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined. People like to believe that those who are thoroughly different from themselves could only ever exist in stories. It makes things much easier. Or, in other words, All the unfathomable things we've seen recently would make good material for a novel. I have friends who write novels. If they wrote this story, it'd probably be even more complex.
Making up stories is easy. Even Paimon can do that.
Oh. I didn't know you had that kind of talent. In that case, how about we have a storytelling contest? We can base our stories on the events of the last few days.
Sounds great!
I understand. Creativity is something that cannot be rushed. Take your time, and come back when you have found some inspiration. We'll see whose story is more compelling.
Deal! Okay, we'll regroup with the Adventurers Guild for now.
Sure. My story. Yes, I should have known. Master's failed specimen in the dragon's belly. This is where the story truly begins. If we switched places, if you were the survivor, then as the abandoned experiment, the failure of the primordial human project, I'd want to replace you too. I would replicate your appearance, study your alchemy, and create miraculous life forms to divert your attention. I would wait for the right moment, then dispose of you and the Traveler, the sole person to have known your secret. And then, I could finally experience the joy of being brought into the world.